take him out for a walk. We get stopped a lot. A couple times a month, I'd say, someone will come up to us and go, "Is that Mumford?" Or they'll just like be walking by like, "Oh my God, that's Mumford." Mumford, come. Toronto Life did the 10 most interesting Toronto Instagram dogs, February of 2016. And he was number 10, pretty much at the end of the list. All of a sudden, it just kind of exploded overnight. I woke up to like a flood of followed by. He hit like 1,000 that morning. Pretty quickly, he had about 3,000, and then it kind of tapered off again. And so now we're up to about 5,200, 5,200. I definitely take it more seriously now. Like, we put a lot more thought into setting up the shots and the subject matter in the background, and you know, it's like, oh, the light's amazing today, let's go out and, you know, spend a couple of hours outside. Psst, look at Mom. Over here, Mumford. Good boy. Come, Mumford, come. Thank you. We don't plan every shot. There's a lot that happens spontaneously. Like when we still had our cat, like the cat would often sit in the dog spot on the couch, so the dog would just like sit on the cat, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna Instagram that because it's hilarious, and it, you know, put it up almost immediately. Okay, come. I very rarely use filters. I prefer to just use the in-app editing. You know, sharpen, and there's one called structure, which I really like, which makes all the details pop nicely. I try not to pick like a really broad hashtag, like just dogs, because there's so many millions of pictures with that tag. I use a lot of Toronto and Toronto dog tags. Poolie dog, mop dog, pooligan instead of hooligan. And then if we're doing, let's say, a shoot in front of graffiti, I'll use a bunch of Toronto graffiti hashtags. Recently started tagging other accounts. We did a funny one. We put his hair up and he kind of looked like The Weeknd. So when we posted it, we actually tagged The Weeknd's account. It seems to be helping a little bit. He's getting like 50 to 100 more likes on photos since we started doing that. 4 likes. Oh yeah. Right, and that's how we do it. A company that does meal kits, but for humans. They sent Mumford an email through his Instagram saying, hey, for busy young professionals like yourself, we've got this great meal kit service. Would you like, you know, 2 free kits? And I just like went along with it and said, sure. But responding as Mumford, it didn't seem to be even on their radar that he's a dog. So they asked for our address. I sent it to them, and sure enough, they sent us 2 meal kits. So we prepared a small plate without the tomatoes and without any of the spices or garlic or anything, and we arranged it on a little plate for him. And then we did like an adult version for me with like the fully properly plated and prepared. I had a glass of wine, he had a glass of milk. And we shot and hashtagged the company, and we didn't get a reaction from them at all. It's more for personal, but we're definitely open to and hopeful that someday maybe he'd get like a paid gig to, you know, appear in a photo shoot or something like that. There's your payment. It's still really fun for us to do. He likes it, he's happy to do it most of the time. He's always got like a big smile, and he's obviously like really patient and willing to work for the camera. He's really smart and witty, but he's also like a big dumb kid at the same time.